Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Crossword, sort of. I'm not going to do a video on the Saturday this week for two reasons. One, like the Saturday is just frustratingly hard, and doing it on camera, I feel a little bit inadequate sometimes. I feel okay with the progress that I make, but I would prefer to do better, of course. The other is just that I'm not doing a video on Saturday. I'm doing the crossword with my mom instead, and putting it on video is more work, so we're not going to. But I did happen to see that on June 28th, which I guess is in the future, it's I was a little confused because I'm recording this video on the 25th, and I was like, oh, this must be coming out tomorrow, right? Like their print crossword comes out a day early. Oh, if I refresh, this will show solved. But this actually doesn't come out until Sunday, and I'm recording it Thursday night. I have no idea why it's published already. Anyway, so I showed you guys the Cryptic once, and I thought we would do just a little kind of bonus puzzle here, or bonus video maybe, to make up for not having a Saturday. I guess it's not really a bonus if you're making up for missing one. As you know, I am not good at cryptics, but I would someday like to be okay at them, in the same sense that, like, 5 years ago, I couldn't solve a Monday crossword, and now I can solve them in like less than 10 minutes. So I just want to try and get some practice with cryptics. I would consider it a victory if I get one clue in this puzzle. Two would be outstanding. Okay, so recall if you missed the previous video about cryptics, which was, I think, at the end of an ordinary crossword video. They're much more common. This is like an English style, as in British style crossword. They don't have as many like crossings as American ones do. One rule of American crosswords is that every letter has to be part of both an across and a down, so that you have some hope of getting it even if you're totally lost on one of the clues. They call that being checked, so every letter has to be checked. You also have to, every word has to be at least 3 letters. I don't know if that applies to a cryptic or not, maybe. But more importantly, the clues are much more obscure, and they have some rules about them that are very different from the plain reading of the text. So a clue is split up into 2 parts. You don't know which part is the first part and which part is the second part, and they don't tell you where the split is. But one half of the clue is a definition, usually a very oblique definition, but it's like somehow a definition. And the other half of the clue is wordplay, describing some tortured way you could form the letters in the clue, in the answer, rather than like figuring out the definition. It's just about the letters in it. So, docent hirer saying nothing about employment. So, to me, I think that the left half of the clue is the definition somehow. Like, perhaps docent hirer, museum, could be that hires a docent, right? And saying nothing about employment is somehow wordplay telling me to form these letters. So let's see if that's true. So employment probably could mean the letter E, as in equal employment, equal opportunity employer, or something like that. And I don't know, about might mean like around. So M-U-S-U-M, around employment. Mum, M-U-M, means saying nothing. M-U-M. I got it. I got the first clue. I understand it. Museum is correct. Because employment could mean, it's not that E is short for employment, which might be in the dictionary, But also an employment for a thing is a use for it. And so saying nothing, mum, is about a word for employment. Ah, already a success. Fantastic. Discover clipped item describing yours truly. So this 4-4 means that this is 2 4-letter words. Unlike American crosswords, which don't tell you about word breaks, many other languages do, and in particular the Cryptic does. 2 4-letter words. Discover clipped item describing yours truly. So, clipped item is very suspicious to me because you could clip some letters from the ends of a word. Clipped item might mean like the letters TE, clipping the I and the M, or maybe you clip just the I or maybe just the M. So I kind of expect that those are part of the wordplay. And I can't tell if discover is part of the wordplay or not, or if it's the definition. Like, it could be find out somehow, except like A, that doesn't fit, and B, it doesn't have the TE we expected. Or somehow discover clipped item describing. Is describing, like inscribing and circumscribing are words describing like shapes within and around things? Is describing one of them? I don't think it is. Well, you can describe like a circle on the ground with your foot in a way, but that just means like make a shape. All right, I'm not sure. Let's actually look at some of the downs since I have an M. Steep price to pay for spice. Okay. I feel like steep is the kind of word that would fit in wordplay. Like it might mean upwards. You sometimes see like a word, like, I can't think. If they put ascending in the clue, for example, you would actually be like, I would be looking for a word for price that you would spell backwards in this direction as part of the wordplay. And so steep might be doing the same thing, right? Upwards, climbing, steep. I don't know. Price to pay for spice. I can't figure out how any of this can be, like any subset of this could be the definition, right? Spice could be a definition, but then what's steep price to pay for? How is that wordplay? I don't get it. Huh. Very pleasing for the most part. Kind of wave. Oh, I can't even break this one up at all. Well, maybe kind of wave could be the definition. And then we could put Sonic here. Ah, yes, that's correct. I got another one. It's Sonic. Because very pleasing is so nice, but we only have it for the most part, so Nick. The E was removed. Oh, I'm so good at this, guys. All right, at 5 minutes per clue, we should be done by dawn. I say, recording this at 10 p.m. Newcomer puts off painting. Puts off painting. So I feel like puts off is definitely part of the wordplay. because I can't really see off painting or puts off painting being like a term that there's a specific word for. Right? Well, you might put off painting not by delaying it, but by making someone not want to do it, put them off of painting, for example. But it seems like newspaper puts offs is a more promising... I don't know. All right, did we look at this across? Yeah, I have no idea. Individuals in court previously returned old wagon. Okay, so returned strongly suggests to me something is being written backwards. And I think that it's old wagon, right? An old wagon is being written backwards. Oh, geez. Previously is probably also part of the wordplay, but I don't quite know how. Something's before something else. Court. Like, what even is an old wagon? Like a name for a car? A station wagon that was famous that is no longer around, which we could write backwards? I got no ideas. Class clown has change of heart in section of mathematics. Okay. So in section of mathematics looks like wordplay to me. In particular, I don't know. Maybe class clown is the definition. Could be like Joker. Change of heart. Maybe it's some word for like having a... Well, I was going to say a word for having a change of heart, but maybe it's... One second. I'm getting texts about... I mentioned that I moved. I'm still not quite finished with the remodeling, and I'm getting texts about that. Class clown has change of heart in section of mathematics. So section of mathematics, we could take like a chunk of it, like HEM is a chunk of mathematics. I don't know if this is the right one. And that could be a section of it. And then inside of HEM, we could fit something that somehow is a change of heart. And that could describe class clown. Or maybe it's just class and clown has change of heart. I don't know. Ugh. Get out of here. All right, this is where I want to be. Geriatric hardly describes Ringo as a youngster. Oh, cryptics are just so... I don't know. You look at them and it's like baffling. I can't believe I got 2 of these. I really am thrilled. I know they're early, and so you might say, oh, he'll get like a third of them. I don't think that's going to happen in a million years. Geriatric hardly describes. So they have describes again. Maybe describes. I feel okay about looking up. Rules. Like, I'm not looking up definitions of things here. I'm trying to understand how cryptics work. Okay, good. So describe can mean to go around something. And they say that in, like, you know, cryptic crosswords for beginners. So I had that idea up here, describing. So clipped item. So it could be TE around, yours truly. I don't know what yours truly means, but like I'm inclined to pencil in a T and an E here. You might, for example, like take note. Discover. Yours truly. We want a 6-letter word for yours truly. Sincerely is way too long. Oh, myself? Myself is yours truly. But obviously does not fit this clue. Anyway, so we saw describing again, and I wanted to look up whether that really is like part of the wordplay, and if so, what it means. So hardly describes. So maybe the definition part is geriatric. Or maybe geriatric hardly means like a subset of the letters in geriatric or a part of it. But like also hardly describes Ringo as a youngster. Medical specialty. The thing the French allow. What? I can't see anything in here that even looks like wordplay. No wise Native American. What? Where? I don't even understand how to split this clue up. Oh my god. Reportedly hunted for stretch of land. I mean, stretch of land, it sounds like they're maybe describing some way to lengthen the word land, maybe? But I don't know what hunted for means. Maybe this is some kind of anagram? But what would you even be anagramming? Nothing even fits here. Well, if you stretched out the word land, it would have 5 letters. And then maybe hunted for could mean that you anagram that. Like, is there a letter you could add to the word land, and that you could double in the word land, and then scramble it and get something that means reportedly? I have no idea whether the answer to that question is true or false. Did the marathon, having a crazy fast time. Okay, I know crazy is a hint that very often means an anagram, right? The letters in this word have gone crazy. They're in the wrong order. But what is it that we're meant to scramble? Or to unscramble? That's only 7 letters. Marathon's 8 letters. Fast time is 8 letters. And what exactly are we doing with having a? That's 7 letters, I guess. But then, like, what does fast time mean? What if we started with ran Those are all letters in marathon. Ran we're left with moth. M-O-T-H. Is there some reason we could justify dropping one of them? And then I don't know. Wait. I like my cursor's lost. Raced around, got into bed, and spread out. Well, into bed might mean like the letters B, E, and D around some other letters. Got into bed and spread out. Maybe like, does cryptic crossword spread out? Does that mean like to stretch a word? So here's someone talking about a cryptic, but I can't tell. Please. Oh. Spread out is just an anagram indicator. I see. It doesn't mean... it doesn't mean like stretched or something. The example they had was please spread out. You're meant to rearrange the letters in please, forming sleep. And I don't quite understand what part of that is the definition. Oh, out, I see. Please, so you spread the word please, and out meaning asleep is the definition. I get it. So maybe once again, like in that clue I just cited, maybe out is the entire definition. And spread. You could rearrange the letters in A and D, raced around. Because around sounds like an anagram indicator, or not an anagram, like a crossword indicator. Like raced is around something, right? Kind of. I don't know, I'm lost. Inmate escaping from specific Mediterranean location. Okay, so escaping from sounds like some kind of anagram, or not, God, I keep saying anagram, some kind of wordplay hint. So inmate escaping from specific, maybe? And then the Mediterranean location is the definition? Inmate escaping from. Could be a con, could be an inmate, right? So maybe a con around something, like C-O-N, and then in here is a Mediterranean location, or likewise here. And then specific. Or I don't know, maybe even con could be in the middle, and the thing meaning specific could be on the outside. I don't know. I don't see what it means. Make a request like this. Buy the book. Okay, so buy the book, maybe Maybe something could be next to the word Bible, which is like the book. Oh, if we put it at the end, Ibble is kind of a plausible ending for a word, right? But I don't know what letters you could put here that would mean make a request. Or make a request like this. I'm gonna leave Bible in there. Spikes the author's soft drinks. You know what? I want this to mean audible. But I don't know why that would be correct. You should make a request like this, audibly. Audibly? Buy the book. I don't know. It's very weird. Spikes the author's soft drinks. Colas are soft drinks. Cokes, etc. Punches? I have no idea. I can't even find the wordplay in there. Piece of fiction penned by one outsider. Okay, piece of fiction. We might be looking for some of the letters inside the word fiction. Penned by, surrounded by, one. And then the wordplay, the definition is outsider. Okay. Okay, so first let's try it like this. Piece of fiction. Penned by is in around, so I think the piece of fiction has to go inside here. F-I, onfi, no. I-C, on ice? Is there some reason that that means outsider? I don't think so. CT, no. TI, on tie? Don't know what that has to do with an outsider. IO, no. ON, on one? Okay, so suppose we put the N here. Also, there might be some like other way to interpret one than the letters O-N-E that I'm not seeing. But O-fine, I don't think so. O-I-C-N-E, no. O-C-T-N-E, no. O-T-I-N-E? Don't think so. O... O-I-O-N-E, no. O-O-N-E, no. O-O-N-N-E, I don't know. White flower in back of a laboratory. So I think white might be the definition here. Flower in back of a laboratory could be the wordplay. And flower might even be flower, right? Like a river. But I don't know what like a laboratory means or what exactly the cryptic means to be in back of it, like behind it. So you write some word that means laboratory and then some word that means flower or flower. And that like this A is very suspicious because they don't include stuff in a cryptic like if it doesn't change the meaning. So you could say in back of laboratory and it would mean roughly the same thing as what I've described. The A should change the meaning somehow, and I don't really see how. Maybe I'll cross this out, and then I at least have the O and the E that I'm somewhat more confident in. Note empty gag before long humorous verse. Okay. So I think empty gag is part of the wordplay, saying to take the word gag and remove something from it. I would guess the middle letter, and you would have just GG left. What bothers me about that is how do you put GG before something without putting something else before the GG? So maybe note and then empty gag with GG, and then before long, and the definition is humorous verse. Limerick? Well, but that doesn't fit with my empty gag at all. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to find another word that means gag and empty it? Somehow? Note. I don't know. Limerick is a humorous verse, but I can't figure out how to make it fit at all with note empty gag before. Except if dark, topless. Okay, I got it. I got this one. The definition is except if, and the wordplay is dark topless. So a word that would mean dark is sunless, and if we remove its top, we're left with unless, which means except if. A third clue. Incredible. I'm not counting limerick because it's wrong. Still don't know this or this or this. Passionate old flame given a commendation. I think, well, At first, I thought passionate old flame. Maybe passionate indicates that the letters are so excited they've been switched around and are an anagram. But I think given a commendation, well, it could be awarded is given a commendation, right? Or medaled? No. Yes. But what does this have to do with passionate old flame? And what if instead I said medaled? Passionate old flame. I don't know. Those both sound okay, but I don't understand how they work, so probably neither of them is right. Regret keeping 1.10 in English money. I don't know. The in is clearly part of the wordplay. Something is inside something else. Scratch the Spanish coin. So maybe coin is the definition? Scratch the Spanish? I don't know what the hell that means. Scratch could be the definition, but I don't know how the Spanish coin is wordplay, right? Army aid uniform. None of this is the wordplay. It's all obviously definition. I mean, uniform is 7 letters. Might there be some reason we should rearrange the letters in uniform? Might aid mean that? To something that comes to mean army? I can't think of a way to do that, so... Making allowances for a bishop working out. I can't make any... I have no ideas about that. Wine produced on account. Okay, so maybe wine is the definition and produced on account. We take the word for produced, something like made, for example, and put it on top of the word for account. Made something could mean wine, but I can't think of a way it could. Sweet things from the South under pressure. So maybe sweet is the definition. Things from the South might mean you should write the word meaning things starting from the South, i.e. backwards. And above that, put the word something meaning pressure, right? Because it's under pressure. The thing is, like, molasses fits, right? But I can't think of, and it means sweet, kind of, like molasses is sweet, you got it. But I don't know what this has to do with things from the South. Under pressure. I mean, asses is like, I don't think it means things from the South, but maybe it does. Like donkeys carrying stuff? I don't know. And mole is like, it's related to chemistry, but it's not related to pressure. So I don't know. Permission to break silence. I have no idea. Cook, for one, likely to be captured by murderer. Well, Cook, for one, he was a captain, right? Captain Cook? Likely to be captured by murderer. Is there some way we could make captain work? Captured by murderer. So that could mean murderer is around something, meaning likely to be. Apt. Apt is likely to be, and Cain in the Bible was a murderer. I got it. That's answer number 4. Key is large also. No idea. I can't figure out where that one splits at all. Follow start of the track event. I mean, start of the... Maybe start of the, they just mean the letter T. And then the definition could be track event. But what does follow have to do with it? It means come after, obviously. Start of the... I mean, a track event, like a relay is one, right? And so is a race. Obviously the C, we could get rid of it. Limerick could easily be wrong. But I don't know what to do with the word follow. What if follow is the definition? And start of the track event is somehow the wordplay. I don't know how you could do that, but it's possible, I'm sure. It's used for turning Spanish and English articles. What? Turning sounds like it could mean an anagram or a reverse or something, but I have no idea how to start that one. All right, so we got through the whole puzzle, and I'm not going to try to solve anymore. Let's just confirm if I got any of this right. Okay, well, the 4 I thought I got right were actually right, and the others were all wrong, which is about what I thought. And this... I'm going to put in awarded here. Well, I mean, just tell me. Was this awarded? Excited? An X is an old flame. Okay. Oh, passionate means excited. Old flame, given. Ah, cited means given a commendation. An X has been cited. Okay, got it. All right, just give me all the answers now. If you guys want to solve this by yourselves, by the way, you should stop watching the video. I'm just going to look at all the answers and see if I can understand some of them. Congratulations. Come upon. Discover. That's come upon. Clipped item. I was sure that there would be like TE in here somewhere. Maybe they clipped the I and the T and the M? Describing yours truly. So yours truly is me. Clipped item is a coupon. Oh no. Okay. Wow. Individuals in court previously returned old wagon. So old wagon, yeah, was a Conestoga. That was like a covered wagon back in the day. Way, way back, not a car. Individuals in court. Okay, so individuals, ones. In court, CT is an abbreviation for court. Previously returned, a go backwards. Got it. Just understanding these is hard enough. Class clown Has change of heart in section of mathematics. Oh my god, section wasn't part of the wordplay. A conic section is a mathematical thing you can talk about. So that's the definition, section of mathematics. Class clown, I guess CC must be short for class clown, has change of heart in. I don't understand that. Richard. So that must be Ringo's real name is Richard, I guess. Hardly describes Richard hardly describes? Or sorry, geriatric hardly describes. Geriatric means old. I don't understand that one. Medical specialty, the thing the French allow. ENT is a medical specialty, I guess. The thing is it. The French is le. And the whole definition means allow. Ugh. You're killing me. Okay, so this one was just like... It was like... Take something that means medical specialty, then something that means the thing, then something that means the in French. I didn't really know they had clue types like that, so that's good to know. Reportedly hunted for. Stretch of land is a tract. Reportedly hunted for. How on earth does that wordplay mean tract? Oh no! Hunted for means tracked, Tracked, and I guess reportedly means like it sounds like this. Like someone said, oh, I reportedly tracked him down. Or they reportedly tracked him down. You wouldn't know whether they were saying tracked or tracked. This is so horrible. Did the marathon having a crazy fast time. Okay, so ran is along the outside. And it has... I don't understand the rest. Oh, fast time is Ramadan. Right. Crazy. Ran. Having. A crazy? Adam? Is A in the dictionary meaning short for Adam? In which case you could make Adam crazy to rearrange it to Mada? I guess? Raced around, got into bed, and spread out. So spread out is splayed. Raced around is sped. Got into bed is lay, as in I laid down. But what's with the into? Oh, got into bed, right. So I don't quite understand the and. All right, I gotta go. Actually, I don't really have time to look over all these, but it was fun to understand some of these. Doggerel, meaning like a poem, right? Long humorous verse, yeah, sure. Before long. Empty gag, there's the GG I was looking for. Note. Do is a note, I get it. Do GG. Air is before, and L could mean long. All right, that'll do for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this little offbeat puzzle here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Actually, you know what? Through the magic of editing, we're going to go ahead and try to understand the rest of these clues. I've been away for a while, and now I'm back. But I think this is where I left off, right? We had just done Splayed, is that right? I guess I could have watched the video, huh? But, well, we looked at Doggerel, like, on the way out, because that was one that I thought I understood, sort of. But I think Splayed was the last one in order we looked at. And I didn't totally understand it. The and especially is weird. And I looked at Crete just before I started the video up, and I can't understand it. Obviously, it's a Mediterranean location. Perhaps even a specific Mediterranean location. But I don't see the inmate or the escaping from in here. Solicit. Make a request like this. Buy the book. Well, solicit is make a request like this. So, as in like, you know, like so. The book. How does L-I-C-I-T mean the book? Licit. Oh. I was thinking buy as in like the word for like this next to the word for the book. But it's like this, so buy the book, licit, the opposite of illicit. Spikes is impales, okay. The author's soft drinks. Pales, I guess, maybe, is a kind of soft drink? Well, like IPA, Indian Pale Ale, but that's not really soft drink. Is the author just I? Like when you're writing something, you might say, oh, I love fish. I, the author, love fish. The author's soft drinks. I mean, ales sounds like maybe ale is, I don't know, we don't call them soft drinks here, but maybe in some countries they're soft because they're not as hard as like a vodka. And then how could imp be the author or the authors? I don't know. Piece of fiction penned by one outsider. Ah, okay, that one's easy enough. Outsider is alien. A piece of fiction is a lie, and it is penned by one, Anne, right? I'll have one egg, I'll have an egg. White flower in back of a laboratory. Well, alabaster means white. A lab is a laboratory. And I guess there must be a flower named Aster, I mean, which comes after a lab, in back of a lab. Doggerel, we already talked about. I don't quite remember where the E-R-E-L came from. Oh, air, L, long. Yeah, got it. Unless we actually solve that one ourselves. It's a nice, easy one. Macerate. Steep price to pay for spice. Doesn't macerate mean chew? What does any of this have to do with chewing? What part is the definition? Maybe there's some universe in which spice means macerate somehow? Steep price. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking still about my idea that I had that steep might mean written vertically. And T-A-R-E, tear. Well, no, I was thinking tariff is a price, kind of. Oh, rate. Okay, rate. Rate is a price. So steep mace doesn't seem right to me. Oh, maybe macerate and steep. Maybe steep is the definition. Macerate could mean like steeping tea, maybe? Is that true? Macerate, steep. Macerate, definition. To cause to waste away by or as if by excessive fasting. To cause to become soft or separated into constituent elements by or as if by steeping in fluid. Huh, I thought it was about chewing, but I guess it's like when you chew something, you kind of talk about macerating it, but it's not your teeth doing it, it's your saliva. Interesting. So, okay, steep means macerate, and that now we can figure out the rest. Well, actually, I figured out macerate must mean steep because I figured out the wordplay. The price to pay for spice, mace, you know, like the sprayable mace, the kind of pepper spray, is in a way a kind of spice. So the mace rate is what you pay for spice. Sonic, we figured out. Upstart. Well, that's a newcomer. Puts off painting. What? Puts off painting. Oh, I see. So a painting is art, and puts off is like the word puts but scrambled. There's something wrong with the word puts. Upst. And so they're saying puts off and then painting. Okay, not easy, but I understand what they're saying. And hopefully if I see enough of these, it'll start to make some sense to me. That's the point of doing these cryptics. No wise Native American. Well, I don't know. I guess Osage might be a Native American honorific or a tribe or something. And now sage means wise, like that's fine, but how does the O, how do we get O from no? I don't quite get that. Excited, yeah, we looked at this already, right? Passionate is the definition. Old flame is an X. Given this accommodation, you're cited. Got it. Penitence. Well, that's regret. Keeping 1.10 in English money. Okay, well, pence is English money. Inside of it is E-N-I-T, enit. Keeping 1.10. Keeping? I mean, it's in English money, I get that. But how does keeping 1.10 mean E-N-I-T? Oh, or it could be P-E. I was looking at P-ence, but it could also be P-E-nce, in which case we have N-I-T-E. 1.10, how does that mean night? Keeping 1.10 somehow means night. I don't know. Scratch the Spanish coin. Well, a nickel is a coin. Nick. Oh. Nick means scratch, and the in Spanish is L. Okay. Army aide uniform. An orderly is an army aide. Wait. But orderly also kind of means uniform, right? So both halves of the clue are telling you the definition? I didn't know that was allowed. Because an army aide is an orderly, and something uniform is orderly. Huh. Making allowances for a bishop working out. I guess absolving is making allowances for, sort of. But not really. Okay, so I guess it must be the case that making allowances for means absorbing. And the wordplay is A, just the letter A, we're hinted at here, A, and that's what we write in the puzzle. B is an abbreviation for bishop, for example, if you're playing chess. And to work something out is to solve it. So solving is working out. Madeira is a kind of wine. Okay, fair enough. Produced is made, as I guessed. On account. Okay, so it's just made, and a kind of account you could have is an IRA, and made is on it. All right. Desserts are sweet things. From the south, under pressure. De means from, like in a name. Like Vasco da Gama, I guess. The south is just S, I suppose. Under pressure. I can't figure out how to make the rest of the under pressure part make sense. Permission is license, and to break silence... Oh, break meaning scramble the letters in silence. I see. Maybe I should have looked at the 7 and looked for 7-letter things and see if there's any reason an anagram might make sense. We got captain. Key is large also. Okay, so an island is a key in some senses. And is, we have is. L for large, like a t-shirt size. And then and means also. Follow start of the track event. Trace. To trace something is to follow it. Like to trace a call or an animal. You usually say track there, I guess. But start of the track, I guess, is TRAC. We're just taking the beginning of track, but not the end. And then an event is E in some dictionary somewhere, I guess. It's used for turning. A lathe is used for turning. Spanish and English articles are la and the articles in Spanish and English. God. Okay. Oh, we're done. We've looked at them all now. So there you go. We didn't understand all the clues, but we managed to get 4 of them without being told the answers, and we understood most of the answers after looking at them for long enough. So the Times only does a cryptic every few months, so if I were willing to do a British cryptic, I could practice more, but they're a lot harder because they also have British cultural references and British spellings of things, whereas the New York Times does American ones. So I don't know if I'm going to be getting much practice on cryptics anytime soon, but I hope you guys enjoyed this little detour. through the much more difficult crosswords than what we do on channel. Much harder than a Saturday for me. Much, much harder. Anyway, now we're actually done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.